subscribe. Darling Radio, like and subscribe.
Okay, is that Ramsey? Hold on, let's get Ramsey's back in here. Let's get Ramsey's back in here. Hold on, Ramsey. This is the guy from last night. Ramsey, hop on in here. Ramsey's, get on up in here. Ramsey, unmute your microphone, man. All right, Ramsey, I'm waiting on him to get it together. Yeah, this the dude last night. Talking about he didn't know where his family was from. Ramsey, unmute that mic. I want to hear from you.
I'm sure you do want to hear from me, Tariq.
Now, Ramsey, why did you
love hearing from people like me, don't you?
why did you sit up here and lie all last?
Why do you sit up here and lie every day?
You sat here and lied your ass off. Why did you do that?
Why do you sit and lie your ass off every day?
You're deflecting, Ramses.
I'm not deflecting. I'm asking you the same question you're asking me. You're deflecting. Nobody could ask you about your history and about whether or not you're lying about your life and your lifestyle. I'm not lying. I never lied about anything.
Yes.
I told you I wasn't unsure. I told you I was unsure about my full ancestry. Okay? I don't understand what your issue with that is and how you were able to determine that I was lying.
You were lying because I kept saying, sir, I think you're Caribbean. I think you come from a Caribbean background, and you kept denying it.
Okay. I come from a Caribbean background. Is that the only background that I have is Caribbean?
But why did you deny it?
I didn't deny it.
You
I did not deny it.
did not.
I said I was not sure of my full ancestry because I don't have full access to those documents that you were talking about last night. The original conversation actually started when I said something that was above your pay grade, above your head, that you can't understand because you're an op.
Okay, you're trying to troll your way out of it. You got caught lying.
Nobody's trying to troll anything. You are the ultimate troll. You sit here every single day and
your ass up here, and we knew you were lying. I kept telling you, brother, you must be Caribbean or something, and you kept denying. You kept denying it, acting like you didn't know where your family's from here. You just don't know where. They from somewhere. I don't have the records. I don't know.
The way people just dragged you, Tariq.
Who?
Everybody just dragged you. You obviously are working for somebody. You obviously suck dick. Okay,
You're projecting, little Miss Thing. See, you're trying to troll your way out of lying. See, you're trying to change the subject. No, you're not going to change the subject and project your activities onto me. No, you're not. No, see, you're trying to crash out with your little old lying moist ass.
What activities? You talk about pussy every minute of the day.
Because I know it triggers you, moist, sassy, lying tethers. Sir, you're a Haitian.
It triggers you because you suck.
You're a Haitian and you're ashamed of admitting.
I love it. No. My mother's Haitian.
Right. Your punk ass sat here trying to pretend to be FBA.
And you try to pretend to be straight.
You were fleeing tether who had to spread that pussy wide open to get a green card. Say that.
What do you know about spreading pussy wide open?
I know you. I'm looking at you. And you had to spread that pussy wide open.
Spread my pussy wide open? Is that what
you did? You a musty bottom.
You spread me open?
You're a musty bottom who had to spread open.
When was the last?
Didn't you? The hell you in here lying, trying to cosplay our lineage. Just be who you are.
When was the last time you left
the last time you had to sew your pussy up for getting bust open to get an EBT card? All right.
After you left my house.
Ass out of here. We're gonna try to troll your way up. We caught his ass lying. For those who don't know, this dude was on last night trying to pretend to be FBA. And when we asked him, hey man, wait, he was trying to talk on reparations and his conversation was just off. It sounded weird. We should get $200 trillion. Oh, I tell you, when people start talking weird, yes. Okay, what are you talking about? I'm like, where's your family from? New York. Oh, where were they before New York? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Probably New Orleans or something. I don't know. Just acting dumb. I said, man, you probably, brother, if you don't know where your people are from, you probably came from a foreign background, a Caribbean. You must be Caribbean or something. You don't know me, Tariq. You don't know me. His punk ass, y'all heard his ass laugh. He was in full denial. I kept telling him, man, I don't believe that you're FBA. I just didn't believe it. I kept telling him, dude, you sound Caribbean or something. It sounds like you must be Caribbean. Then we found some tweets. This musty nigga is Haitian. Lying ass. That's we checking everybody. And then he want to change the subject. Y'all be you too. No, we don't. It just no, how you gonna try to change the subject? No, that ain't gonna work. Just like I tell you, you get called out, then you want to try to create a smoke screen. Mhm. Who controls you? If the Jews? Shut up. Y'all tethers are something else. These tethers are so mad that we ain't letting them cosplay. We ain't letting y'all cosplay as us, man. Those days are over. I don't give a shit about y'all getting mad. Be who you are. Stop trying to pretend to be goddamn FBA. If you ain't from the lineage, just be who you are. Damn. Be who you are. Well, we checking everybody. All right, let me get some more people in here. BKJ. Let's get BKJ in here. I think that's your name. BKJ in the building. Well, I see Nathaniel down there. That's the East African who pretends to be white. BKJ, what's up? Unmute your mic, BK. Right, while we're waiting on BK to get it together. Let's see what Nathaniel is talking about. For those who don't, Nathaniel is not really a white man. He's an East African. I think he's up in Canada. All right, Nathaniel, what's on your mind, man? Hey, what's happening with you?
Yeah, so Ramses had me wondering. So I had a question about your upcoming film schedule. Butt Breaking 1 came out April 30th, 2021, which was 1,352 days ago exactly from today.
Okay.
I know you're familiar with 1352, as in FBAs are 13% of the population, do 52% of the crime. But when is Butt Breaking 2 coming out? Is that going to be after Hidden Colors 6? I mean, Butt Breaking 2 is something that we need instantly.
Right. And what we're doing with Buck Breaking 2, because we're going to have some very realistic reenactment scenes. And one thing we're going to focus is your homeland of East Africa and how the men had to earn their way over here. So we're doing some reenactment scenes, and we got one of your uncles from over there in East Africa. So he's auditioning, and he sent in
But on a serious note, is something you're actually going to make a Butt Breaking 2 very soon?
an audition tape, and um, he's doing some activity on the tape that we don't think is going to be conducive to the film. We don't want the film to be that realistic. So, and I'm just saying the video he sent, he had a passport and a strap on, and he did some real uncomfortable things with the strap on.
Well,
But
speaking of that, I heard the Hidden History Museum, you can get happy endings there since it is the size of a chop suey nail salon.
no. It's you're mistaking that for the massage parlor that your grandma run next door, where she take her gums out and give happy endings for $3. All right. and they have injera bread in the front for the customers. So that's what you're mistaking it for. Okay?
Didn't you fund the Hidden History Museum with butt breaking NFTs?
Oh,
Those butt breaking images?
no, I funded it with your grandmother's laundromat. It's called Clothes and Hose. All right. So this has there's a laundromat that cleans all the must, and then they give you a little licky behind the washing machine. So yeah, it's a great establishment, and that's where I got the money.
Why does root work come?
Let me get some more people. All right. Let's get some more folks. All right. Yeah, my dog over here is very loud. Let's get Buffalo. Buffalo 5. I ain't seen you in a minute. Miss Lady, Buffalo 5, hop in, ma'am.
Hi Tariq, what's up everybody? I just wanted to correct Nathaniel's lie, like he's doing this 1352. Um he said that black people commit 52% of the crime. That's a lie. It's actually what it is. Were you saying something?
No, I'm agreeing with you. Go ahead, dude.
Okay, it's 52% of the murders, and the murders is 4,000 murders. I think it was 2019. So that means that black people committed 2,000 murders. There's like 40 million of us. Black people commit less than 1% of the crime in this country. And I don't know why but it is just like a white supremacist talking point to
Mhm.
try to say that we are the major criminals.
Oh, yeah.
White people commit all kinds of crimes. Incest, they kill their families, they go shoot up schools. This is just bullshit. So thank you for letting me clear that up.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. All right. All right. And yeah, Nathaniel's talking that 1352, and he's a melanated immigrant himself, by the way. All right. All right. Let me see. I want to get some new faces in here. All right. Some new faces in the building. Let's get intellectual brother. Damn, my dog is loud. Intellectual brother.
Hey, good evening, Tariq. Definitely, one, you were very funny. You had me cracking up here laughing. Your roasting is top notch, good sir.
Yeah.
More so a comment, and I'll end with a question. But I work in corporate America and in the finance sector, and always have been in production portfolio management, and was pulled over to do some, I would say, not DEI work, but DEI ish. And one thing I noticed when we were engaging with the clients in the community, um, were that a lot of them were not African Americans, and it was a pissed off moment for me, to the point where when I raised it to our you know leadership XYZ, and even just silently behind closed doors, just back channeling having a couple of conversations, there were African Americans, or we would say foundational Black Americans, that um, kind of did not see it as a big deal. So kind of the a la Fat Joe thing, like they just did not see it as a big deal. And I'm from like old Atlanta,
Yeah.
all black everything. Like I used to tell folks, I never understood the concept of I'm rooting for everybody black, because that is just how you were supposed to be raised.
Right.
I had to explain to folks, to say that is just kind of weird. And so and I'll end with this question: what do you? And it's a two-parter. What do you one what's the conversation needs what does the conversation need to be like for the older kind of quote unquote civil rightish foundational Black Americans, or African Americans, or they could be Texas as well, who kind of have green lighted a lot of this nonsense that has been happening before you and I are even on this earth. And then as we go forward, how do we educate the youth and being able to have that conversation, because they're not going to get it in the traditional public schools.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'll,
Right.
I'll pause there and let you address that.
And that's a good question about the elders. See, the thing about the elders, we got to understand, and sometimes we give them a bad rap. Some of the elders, their disposition isn't wrong. They're doing the right thing to a certain degree, but they don't understand that there's a plethora of new people here who's not on the same code as Black people were back in their day. Um, our families, our mothers, grandmothers, just our family, we come from the era of foundational Black Americans really looking out for everybody in the community. We really had a very communal vibe as foundational Black Americans. Everybody knew each other. See, we got the last of us Gen Xers. Us Gen Xers, we're my Gen Xers. Those of us who grew up as children in the 70s and 80s. We got the last part of that real pure FBA community lifestyle. Do you know why? And what I mean by that community lifestyle, meaning that everybody kind of knew each other. You see somebody, you would know his whole background. Your mom knew all your friends, she knew their parents, just everybody knew everybody. And everybody was friends with each other, and everybody go to each other's house. I was spending that at my homie's house, they spending that at my house, everybody, we just knew each other. If you needed to get home after dark, hey, little Kenny, go back. You need to go into your mama's house. It was that vibe. If we were out, somebody else's parents saw us, say, "Hey, you go ahead and get home, Flex. It's getting dark." It was that thing. People could damn near leave their doors open up until 83. Right around 83, things changed. Right around 1983, 84, things started to change a little bit. One, we started to see a lot of immigrants come in, especially in the big urban areas on the East Coast. Down south, like Miami and a lot of those East Coast places, a lot of the immigrant classes started to come on through. So you didn't really know people. You didn't really know people. And also a lot of their dispositions was, yeah, when you go to school with those niggas, stay away from the Akata. We didn't know those conversations were going on. We didn't know that was going on. We still had to think, okay, that's a Black person, that's the homie. Hey, we cool. Let me look out for that person. We'll roast him and clown him. He's dressed kind of funny, but hey, that's still a Black person, so let me look out for him. And our elders, they still had that mindset. If you see a Black person, help them out. If a Black person needs help them out no matter what. You make sure that they're good no matter what. So our elders kept that mindset, and they still have it now. And when certain political issues come up in the public lexicon, um, they still want to say, hey, let me support the Black person. I'll support them no matter what. And here's the thing, they've been tricking us with these wish app Black folks who ain't really Black. So this is why they'll bring a Kamala out, and some of the old Black people will be like, oh, we got to support Kamala now. She Black. We got to support her. All of that cosplaying as Black with Kamala, that was for the elderly FBA voters they were falling for it. Come on now, we got to vote for that Black gal. We got to vote for her now. The younger folks was like, oh, hell no, we're not falling for that Jedi mind trick. So I understand what the older people's mindset is. What they don't understand is that the people here now, some of the melanated immigrants, many of them, they're not on the same code as Black people were back in their era. Because back in those days, we would appreciate the elders, and the older people would look out for the community, and then we appreciated that. That's why the older people in our community, we looked out for them, even if we weren't kin to them. We had people who were just like family. There was an elderly person down the street who needed a ride to the store. We take them. If they needed food, we'll take them something. We looked out for everybody, especially the people who looked out for us when we were kids. We just looked out for everybody. We grew up showing respect, knowing, okay, that person right there, we got to make sure that they're good. So now it's a whole different vibe. it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different disposition. You help people now. You see some of these immigrants who come over, and we're like, oh damn, they're down bad. Let's help these brothers. Let's help them. Let's get some programs together. These minority programs. Let's share it with them. These affirmative action programs. Yes, let's share. That's a black person. Let's share it with them. So we're sharing all of our little resources with them, and then what happens is they get stable and they get on their feet. Then all of a sudden we started hearing shit like, well, why don't you niggas pull yourself up by your bootstraps? Huh? Nigga, I came here with $2 and you niggas are on food stamps. And we start hearing all of this crazy, ungrateful shit. And some of the younger people are like, hey, hold on. Let's back up for a minute. You know? But the older folks, they're not really down here in the trenches hearing those conversations. They're not really interacting on social media like that. You understand? Some of the elders are not really in these Twitter spaces and Clubhouse to see what some of these folks are really saying. You know? So they're not interacting with them like that. So again, I say all that to say I understand the mindset of some of the elders. They still have that old school mindset where we're just supposed to look out for everybody because that's the right thing to do. But we now, this generation, we're looking like, okay, we gotta check everybody's paperwork now. This ain't like back in the day where we knew everybody was on code. We got a lot of these people who come from countries and societies that's completely off code, that they'll knock each other upside the head. And they'll bring that same mindset over here. And we have to check people's paperwork. We got to make sure everybody's good.